how individuals can apply for Medicaid and Medicaid expansion, we like to say that there's no wrong door. There's a lot of different ways you can access the program. One can be online, which we've all heard a lot about the federal exchange, but North Dakota is also developing their own North Dakota portal for Medicaid expansion, and we've been told that that will be available likely next week. Guess knock on wood. And there's a website that you can access in order to access the online application process. You can also apply for Medicaid expansion in person by visiting your local county social service office, and you can apply by telephone at the numbers provided. In addition, Trail County Social Services does have a public computer available, so if you know of someone in the community that would like to go online to apply for either through the healthcare.gov site or for medical assistance, they can do so by using that computer. It's open during our regular office hours. And we just want to encourage people to apply anytime. And the coverage related to Medicare expansion, or Medicaid expansion, begins January 1st of 2014. With the North Dakota portal, we really recommend for those applying for some type of form of public assistance that that's going to be a really good place to start for North Dakota individuals. And that site, like we said, will be available soon. It's very specific to North Dakota. And what it will do is it will screen for Medicaid eligibility first and determine if you're eligible for Medicare or Medicaid or Medicaid expansion. And if not, it will reference you on to the other federal sites or other sources of information. This is a screenshot of the soon-to-come North Dakota portal. And so from this portal, you can look at, if we look at going from left to right, you can apply for assistance today, and that would be our traditional Medicaid program. You can apply for the Medicaid expansion. Once the system's up and running, individuals will be able to renew their applications through this portal, or they can even apply for other assistance. The other assistance that will be available through this site is our food assistance programs, child care assistance, and other related programs will all be linked to this main North Dakota portal. And so individuals can choose to either go to that site and apply online, or they can download the application and print it and mail it or return it in person. So it provides some opportunity for you to be interactive. When you're signing up, there's some key things that you'll need in order to apply. One is social security numbers for everyone in your household, dates of birth, pay stubs, W-2 forms, or wage and tax statements. Your most recent tax return would be helpful as well. If you do have current health insurance, your policy number, and any information you may have about health insurance for you or your family that would be provided by an employer or one of your jobs. And I'll have Pam visit a little bit about what happens next once an application is received.
Good evening. Once that application is received, whether you have submitted it by paper to the county social service office or whether you have gone into the portal and applied that way, when the information is entered into the portal and you apply over the portal, if the information is not complete, it's going to be kicked back to us in the county office. And we'll take a look at that. If you apply that way, you may very well receive a contact from somebody in the county office, and they'll follow up with you on the information that is missing. The paper applications that we are now currently receiving in the county office, we started receiving those the 1st of October for benefits that will begin the 1st of January 2014. Those applications are being held. They will be held until the portal is ready for us to start entering that application information into the system. The ones that are actually submitted through the portal as well are going to be held in, it's a queue they call it, They'll sit there until about the last week in November is when we anticipate that those applications are actually going to be processed. After those are processed, you're going to receive some kind of a contact back, letting you know what piece you're eligible for. You might be eligible for Medicaid. They might indicate that you're eligible for a subsidy and you need to go to the federal marketplace and choose something like that. You should receive that contact back by the 15th of December. Like I say, we hope that everything is up and running soon. We're anticipating that we will kind of get some information this week. There's been a lot of talk about the self-attestation when you're entering information into that portal about your income and your household finances and those kinds of things. It is a self-attestation, but we do have some interfaces that information will hit in our North Dakota Verify system. And those are interfaces that we have been using for several years. We have some interfaces with Social Security. We have interfaces with vital statistics for birth dates. We have interfaces, like I said, Social Security for Social Security income and to verify Social Security numbers. We also have interfaces with the IRS. That does not mean that when that interface cross matches with our system that we see your tax return. We do not see your tax return. What it matches is the income. If your income is within a certain standard, and matches what's on your IRS form. That affords us a way to do some fraud prevention, and it does, verify some of the information that you put on those applications. So again, if you apply that way, you should be able to hear, something by December 15th. Then you have time to go to that federal marketplace if you need to do that, or you'll know if you're approved for the Medicaid expansion. And I think Kim mentioned that if you were denied Medicaid eligibility before, you might want to check into that again, because there are those 20 to 30,000 North Dakotans that we figure that will be eligible now that were not covered before.
A lot of this information might seem very confusing, and what we have done is we have developed a handout that's in the back of the room, and it covers where do I go for help? What resources are out there regarding the entire healthcare reform? So these are some North Dakota Trail County related sources of information for you. And so I encourage each of you to pick up one of those or take a few extra if you think that you want to share them with some friends or family. But it talks about resources that are available for assisting with Medicaid expansion, and other economic assistance programs, for private insurance, and to learn more about the federal subsidies. A reminder that we do have a public computer available in our community if you would like to apply online and do not have internet access. And then also some information about certified application counselors and navigators and related individuals to help provide support and answer questions to making the process and transition a bit easier. Just a few key points in closing. North Dakotans have